Welcome to another edition of Papa Bojo's Kitchen. Today, I'm going to give you a recipe for gołąbki stuffed cabbage that you've probably not heard before. And it's stuffed cabbage without tomato sauce. This one's with butter. Now, a lot of people have never heard of this. Even in Poland, I've had people from Poland say that that's not Polish. Well, guess what? It is. It's very Polish. It's even more customary than the one with tomato sauce. It originated on the eastern edge of Poland, and specifically from the town where my ancestors are from, which is Bojanów, which our last name is Bojanowski or Bojanowski. Now, this recipe is from my great-grandmother, handed down to my great-uncle Frankie, my dad's Uncle Frankie, that I saw him make when I was about 10 years old. I took note then, we've tried making it this way, and now this is the only way my wife and my kids will eat it. They don't like it with tomato sauce. Here are the ingredients of making this great Bojanów tradition. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to mix in all of our spices with our ground beef. Once the spices are mixed in, we're going to add in our onion and our garlic. Once the onion and garlic are mixed in, we're going to take and spread and mix in all of our tomato paste. Now, because I'm using tomato paste, I don't need to add egg as a binder, but feel free to add egg if you want to also. And lastly, I'm going to add in my rice and mix this all really well together. Now that the rice is thoroughly mixed in, it's time to roll our gołąbki. To see how you prep your cabbage to get your cabbage leaves out, click on the link that's shown in the description of this video. To stuff our gołąbki, we're going to take cabbage leaf. We're going to take some of this meat, put it right in the center. We're going to fold over once. Then we're going to tuck in the sides, and we're going to roll this and set it aside, seam down. Once again, we're going to take our cabbage leaf, put it down, take a nice amount of meat, put it in, fold over, tuck in the sides, roll over, seam down, and set it aside. Now, the size of your gołąbki are going to be dependent upon the size of your cabbage leaves. If you got a huge head of cabbage, you can make real big gołąbki. If you have smaller heads of cabbage, you're going to make smaller gołąbki. Just the way it is. So here's the trick to making buttered gołąbki. You want to take butter pats, about 1/4 of a tablespoon in size each, and you want to put these all down on the bottom of the pan or your cooking dish. Now I'm going to break apart one leaf, and I'm going to set it on top of this, on top of the butter. And what this is going to do is this is going to help to some extent the gołąbki rolls from burning on the bottom of the dish while they're baking. Next, we're going to place each one of our stuffed cabbage into the baking dish, putting them snugly against each other as best as we can. And notice we're putting them seam side down. Now we're going to take and put 1 pat of butter on top of each one of these stuffed cabbage. Again, this is about 1/4 of a tablespoon each. Finally, we're going to take the aluminum foil, shiny side down, and we're going to wrap this cooking dish tightly. Now we're going to plate this in the middle of a middle rack of a preheated 375-degree oven for 1 hour. So it's been an hour, and our gołąbki should be done. We're going to first check to make sure the internal temperature is above 165, and it certainly is. Let's get a good look at these gołąbki as they come out of the oven. Look at all that nice buttery juice underneath. Now to plate these, I'm going to take 2 of these and I'm going to put them on my plate. I'm going to get me another one of these. We're going to cut one of these open. And here's that grate inside. I'm going to plate this just like that. I'm going to add some of these butter juices right over top. And that's all there is to making this great buttered gołąbki or buttered stuffed cabbage. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Papa Bojo's Kitchen. I hope we see you again. Smacznego! Guten Appetit! Bye!